Hello and welcome to a new PvP arena that I made. As you can see, I didn't put as much attention to detail in the building. There's rain seeping through there. I'll put blocks along the side after this to prevent that. And along here, no, that should be fine. But anyways, ignore that. I made a new arena because the other one I made in essentially just a couple hours. Just threw that together in a couple hours, and this one I spent a couple days on, and it's a lot different. First difference is you got 4 classes to pick from: Demo Man, Builder, Assassin, and Healer. At the moment, the Assassin is a bit overpowered. However, as soon as I get a chance to start play testing with the people from the Realm of Kings community, they'll help me balance it out a bit more, but I'm going to release the map now because I consider it to be playable, because the Assassin is overpowered compared to the other 3 classes, but you do need to keep in mind that the other 3 classes aren't meant to get involved in actual combat. They're meant to, like, prepare for combat and help in combat. And that's why I'd recommend that you have at least 2 to 3 people on each team, because the majority of the classes aren't meant for combat. Like the Demolition Man and Builder, they're mainly for constructing bases and destroying the other team's bases, because the map is completely destructible. It has a reset system. But anyways, when you first join the map, your class is automatically set to Demolition Man. And I'm not sure if mine is currently set to it, so I'll just set it now. But anyways, I'll join red team. So yeah, when you first join, you automatically have stuff given to you, and this is the arena. It's completely destructible. You can destroy it in any way you want. And oh dear, the TNT didn't arrive. That is a issue that I'm gonna have to work out. I was just playtesting with my sister, and she asked me to give the Demo Man more TNT, but I guess that you can't set the number bigger than 64, so I'll just have to have 2 command blocks instead of 1. I think that's the issue, anyways. Yeah, you can destroy the arena in any way you want. You're not in adventure mode, you're in survival. However, the ceiling is barrier blocks, and as you can tell, the wall is all bedrock, and if you dig down enough, you'll hit bedrock, so you can't escape the arena. As you can see, that entire forest is just burning down. But the way the arena resets is there's a clock that's running at set to 5 minutes, and when it hits 0, it'll switch to another clock that will remind everyone that as soon as everybody leaves the arena, it'll reset. And that'll run once every minute until everybody leaves the arena, and the map will reset, and it'll switch back to the 5-minute clock. And yep, there it is. So now, if I leave the arena, and it'll reset, and this fire should go out. And you get a little chat message here so that you can leave the arena without having to wait for somebody to kill you. As you can see there, the map has been reset. And now if we go back in, the map shouldn't be on fire. See, that forest is perfectly fine. That forest is perfectly fine. This forest is perfectly fine. The forest over here is perfectly fine. So the map has reset. And again, the TNT didn't show up. But anyways, there's other classes as well. That was the Demolition Man. There wasn't any TNT there, but you're supposed to get TNT. I'll fix that later. This is the Builder. You just stand on the block to get the class, and then you enter the arena. So this is what you get with the Builder. And I made sure that each class is a different set of armor so that you can tell which class somebody is from their armor. Because there's really no other way of figuring out what class somebody is, but this is the Builder class. You get ladders and all this fun stuff, and I also tried to make sure that the classes would have to work together. Like, for example, the Builder class has sticky pistons there, and the demolition class as redstone. And so if the two classes work together, you can put together cool little traps and doors that can only be operated from the inside and stuff like that. So anyways, let's look at the next class. Oh dear. Next class up is the assassin, which, like I said earlier, is a bit overpowered. And as you can see, there's a particle effect that's constantly surrounding you. And the reason why that is when I was playtesting with my sister, she chose assassin, and the first thing she did was not put on the armor, drink an invisibility potion, and switch to an empty slot, and she was essentially invisible. Well, no, duh, it's an invisibility potion, but it took me about, it was so annoying trying to find her, because, I'd see her particles, and by the time I got to them, they'd be gone. And so what I did is I put in this constant particle effect so that basically you can still see where they are. However, the other thing, though, is if there's multiple people with the assassin class, it can be difficult to see where they are in the dust cloud. In fact, even if there's just one, it can be difficult to see where they are in the dust cloud. But anyways, let's move on to the next class, which is the healer class. Again, just stand on the block to get the class, and then stand on the block to join the team. This is what you get as a healer. I wanted to have more potions than this, like having... Oh, why do you get 2 chest plates? That is strange. Oh well. I guess it doesn't matter, because you can't share items with other classes. If you try to throw an item on the ground, it gets deleted. And so therefore you can't have an assassin with a bunch of TNT and stuff like that, because that'd be taking the overpowered thing a bit too far. Anyways, yeah, this is what you get as a healer. You get a wooden sword, chainmail armor, and a bunch of healing potions. Essentially to heal your teammates, which is pretty obvious. Anyways, the other thing that can be shown is the spectate option. The spectate doesn't work like in the other arena, and I meant to put a speed boost on this. I will after this, but and it's a 2 high ceiling, so the classic Minecraft trick is to spam the space bar and you can move faster. And so in the other map, you would be set to spectator mode and you could fly around the map freely. But in this map, you're stuck in this area, you're set to adventure mode, and you're set invisible. And you can just run around and look down upon the world. And like the other map, though, you can build your own arenas. And I will show that to you real quick. Because when it resets the map, it resets it from a template. So I'll go to game mode 1. Oh dear. Come on. Get through. So this over here is the map template. So this is where you would build your map, and then whenever the map resets, it resets to over here by just cloning it. And the thing is with the clone command, though, is it can only do a certain it can only do a limited size area. Like if you're to clone just a solid chunk of blocks, you can only clone a 16 by 16 by 16 area if it's completely full of blocks. And so what I did is the map is sectioned off into 16 by 16 by 16 areas, and so throughout the whole map, that is 32 different areas that are cloned separately. And I'll show you in a second that is 32 command blocks involved in cloning the map over. It took me about 4 hours to set that up. And so because of that, just expanding the map by one, changing the map size by 1 block on any side, it would probably be another couple hours of adjusting the commands to work. So because of that, the map is limited to this size and shape. but you can do anything you want within this size and shape. The only thing that matters is the team spawn locations have to be in the same spot. And to give you an idea of where it is, the exact point where the team spawns is right here in relation to their spawn point. So right here. As long as the player is able to spawn in this area here and then get out to the rest of the map, the rest does not matter at all. Oh. Oh yeah. Stepped on the green block. That is something you're gonna have to keep in mind, because it still recognized me as being in the lobby when I was over there. I'll probably have to put in an option to determine that you're no longer in the lobby but not in the arena. Well, maybe if you set yourself into the spectate mode and then leave, it'll work. Or the thing to keep in mind is I'd recommend just punching out through this quartz wall here, because the floor and the ceiling in here is barrier blocks, and even though you can hold a barrier block in your hand and you can see where they are, it is still difficult to see where you punched that hole if you forgot where it was. But anyways, that is the arena map itself, and I'll show you the redstone in a bit, and then I'll conclude this video and bring it to an end. And like the last map, the spawn point is right here when you die, and that's how it detects when you die. And when we go to the redstone, you'll notice that there is a lot more of it. In fact, I have the other map open in a separate window that I can show you for comparison real quick. So anyways, let's head over to the redstone. Yeah, it's a lot more this time. I'll bring up the other map. This here is the other map. Not a lot. In fact, I believe the length here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that is 20, 40, and then 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46 command blocks in this map. And in fact, I do believe this is an outdated version. I think the more recent ones have like 60 or so. However, this one here, this is 32 command blocks each line. So this is 32, 64, and then these two together. This is 128 command blocks right here, these 4 rows. And then another 32, so I'm going to need to get a calculator out at this point. But my phone's dead, so well. So this is 128 command blocks right here. Then you get another 32. Then you got 4 here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of space for you to add more your own custom stuff if you want. And just like the other arena, this is meant to be put on a server and left to run 24/7. So you can just play with your friends whenever. But anyways, I'll make the couple changes that I decided upon, and I will upload this map and put a download link in the description. And don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but the other map I made in just like a couple hours essentially. In this map I spent and actually now that I'm saying it, I did say it earlier. I put a couple days into this map. But anyways, I wouldn't consider it 100% done. Like I said, I'm going to play test with the members of the Realm of Kings community at some point, and they'll help me better balance it, and I'll probably add more classes at some point, but I'll just change the map file on Dropbox, and so you can use the same download link to get the newer versions as they come out. And I won't announce them, you'll just have to re-download it every so often and just check to see if it's different or not. However, by the end of the month, well, it is essentially the end of the month, but by about mid next month, so about mid-August, I believe is the next month of the summer of 2015, This map should be 100% done. However, it is playable at this point. And there's the little minion guy here that keeps track of all the timers and everything. Doing a good job there, buddy. You can kill him if you want to. You're just going to have to make sure that you spawn in a new villager with the name Minion with a capital M. And you'll just have to keep in mind that all the timers will reset. In fact, I think you might have to manually reset the timers, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Haven't bothered to check to test it. But basically, just do your best not to kill him. He's a good guy. He would never kill you. Why would you kill him? Anyways, yeah, this is the reset line here. These are the command blocks that reset the map. All 32 of them. And so that is about it. I'll make those changes and I'll upload the map along with this video. See you guys in the next one. I do believe I remember the shortcut to stop it. Is it